Okay, keep thinking, finish. Think on. Switch. Keep thinking. Good morning, everybody. Namaskar. This is Engineer Suraj Singh speaking from Bharat, India on this day, March 13th, 2022. Sunday, 3:44 a.m. Sleeping time. नमस्कार, मैं सूरज सिंह सिविल इंजीनियर भारत इंडिया से बोल रहा हूँ। मार्च 13, 2022 रविवार 3:45। Best wishes to all millennial to power millennium. Best wishes to world and millennial to power millennium. Good dreams to you. Keep sleeping. Title of talk is Quality Coordination. Engineering projects works, reliable engineers communication, concrete, civil engineering works contracts, safety, health, environment, science, construction methods, claims, organizations, work quality. I feel, I hope that these talks that I have been making to you for long, I mean for many, I think more than 2 years, miscellaneous types of talks, professional talks, national talks, talks on international matters, on various subjects. I started with little translation issue, English teaching, etc. And I think it might help people. I cannot say, but it should. First of all, let me tell you what's my email ID, and that is Suraj underscore ENGINEER engineer at yahoo.co.uk. My official title is Chartered Engineer India, and my corporate membership in chartered basis is FIE, and I am registered as International Professional Engineer India based on agreement, International Professional Engineers Agreement, which is worldwide. And I have got education in civil engineering as well as experience in civil engineering projects. This is my identification, and this is my certification, last one, that is Professional Engineers International or International Professional Engineer India. Validity is 5 years. Every 5 years it is renewed based on further experience and knowledge. And this is Chartered Engineer India certificate that is linked to Fellow of Institution of Engineers, or if you are a member or if you are associate member. And this fellow certification as well as this quality file, and this is quality based coordination file. Meanwhile, I close this C file and I close FI file so that my RAM is little down, and I shall open other files, and that is, you can say, file regarding what I mean to say is Qatar section 5 concrete, and that's coming to you. There is concrete specifications, which is very significant for everybody if you can understand. And also there is another file that is concrete methylene blue, which is a very small one. I just wanted to recapture it because it is very important one from engineering point of view, though it's maybe it's not I talked about this yesterday, but maybe it's not clear because it's something very technical. And likewise many other files I have, I will open them and discuss with you if possible. I will just refresh this and nothing else. And same way I have some other files which I want to share with you, like house construction on plot and coordination, soil, like this. So many files are there. Quality file is very important for everybody, and coordination engineering, which is also very important because quality and coordinations are linked together. And if concrete is understood very well, which people don't understand, the problem is this only, that people don't understand concrete, and it's really difficult when you say quality issue, quality and coordination issue. It means that quality should be available everywhere. It's not only that in works it should be available throughout your life activities. And life activities means, first of all, let me tell you one thing, that my objective is always different. I am not like others to follow stream I want to encounter stream. This is my weakness, you can say, or you may say my consideration is that you have to be clear and you have to be pure. One has to be pure. People run behind money, that is true. Whole world is running behind money, and which we name it economy. I'm just briefing something because economy is a part of life, and without economy you cannot do anything. Even engineering cannot be done without economy, and economy means resources, sources. People generally say resources, but I say sources because I have different opinion. If you go into reality of life, it is a resource which come from source, and source is who is source. That point we have to understand very well. First of all, if we cannot understand that point, we cannot understand anything. That's true. If you want to learn something, you have to go into origin of that, not relative content, original content that is born, or you can something that comes to this world first time, or exponent of that, even much more important than research work. It is search work. If you understand meaning of search, you understand meaning of everything. We are here on earth. We are not in the universe. Earth is a part of universe, that is true. But we have as human being, various limitations on us. We are not free to do everything. Everybody knows it. Free, I mean to say, we can live on this surface of earth. But we cannot explore earth thoroughly, and we try to explore other planets. This is the first weakness. We cannot understand earth thoroughly, but we claim we understand it. Is another weakness. In fact, we can say we have done little in observing and studying universe. Forget universe, even this earth, we do not know. And if we do not know earth, what do we know? How many you know about earth? For some, they don't even know how it works, where it is, what's value it is, the solar system, what's its diameter, what's its content, how it relates to nature. We do not know that. Only few people who have studied some subjects like that, you can say geology, they can understand something, and those who have understood through areas only, or you can say geologically, they know some locations. But if you go into science of earth or knowledge of earth, it's quite different. I'm not economist, I'm not scientist, but it doesn't matter what title you have. What level of brain one can use, that is important. And education gives you brain development. It doesn't give you a certificate. Certificate is only relational. It has nothing to do with your knowledge. Certificate only tells that yes, you can work in this area, and that's all, because you have qualified that examination, and which is also not complete. Examination is whole life. Every day is examination, every hour is examination. If you consider your own case, how much you work for this world, you can assess yourself. How many hours we give to this world, how many hours we give to ourselves. All this can be analyzed. And time is not slave to anybody, that is also true. And we do not value time. We are actually slaves to time, that is true. But we do not value our master. Our master is time, our master is universe. And it doesn't care for anybody if you don't care for it. That is also true. You may be whatever level person in this world. You have no value at all until you don't understand world. Yes, you can exploit earth. That is everybody doing. Every country, first of all, let me tell you, country is just imagination. It is nothing. You have to be original thinker. World belongs to everybody. You cannot remove anybody from this world except you if you kill someone. And that killing is, you have no right to kill anybody, because you cannot give birth to everybody. So that right is automatically nullified, that you cannot kill anybody. If you kill someone, you shall have to face punishment. That is natural. It's not question of spiritual science or whatever. I'm talking about engineering. That engineering is physical, which we do here on earth. And this is done by God itself directly. God is responsible for ourselves, for our bodies, for our souls. Our physical body, which we call 5 elements, I don't care for elements, I care for body, physical body, biological body, plus electrical circuit or magnetic that is working in this, we call magnet electron or magneto-electron, electron magnet that works, we can call it, you can say element of soul that works in our body. It is our current, our voltage that everybody gets in, though we don't feel that. Just like we don't feel earth is revolving or rotating or orbiting sun, we experience it by days and night, we experience by ear, but we don't know how we can't know, we don't even feel the earth is having perpetual motion on its own axis, or it is having orbital motion around sun, and it applies to every planet. I'm just trying to tell you something about natural engineering or about works of God. We do not know how this work has been done, which is called solar system, and we do not know how this universe have been formed. I'm not talking about religion, I'm not talking about something else, I'm talking about physical work related to mental work. Just imagine how this universe was constructed. Can someone imagine that? Yeah, there are some theories, I'm not caring about that. This bang theory, that theory, I least bother about that, because that is also imagination. It has been many crores years. Thus this solar system, all this universe might have been developed or constructed, delivered. To whom? To none. There was no one at that time. This means that power to whom we call God must have produced it for itself, because it's God's production, it's not human production. If there is no engineer on earth, there is no doctor on earth, there is no scientist on earth, who has done it? We should be first of all clear about this. I'm not saying no one is competent, but we are relatively competent, not absolute competent. No one is absolutely competent, just like we say no unit of measurement is original, is basics. Nothing is basics in this world. Everything is just like I say this is meter length, this is feet length. What does it mean? It means this is in comparison to some sample or some original meter or original foot kept somewhere else. We just read it accordingly, just like we read temperature, so many degrees Celsius of Fahrenheit. This is also related to something placed somewhere in relation to mercury. Same way we use so many units in life, and we count, I mean, you can say we all relate to ourselves to some source, and that source we have to know. What is my source? What is your source? And that's what I'm saying. We, when talk of economy, it is something different. We have to understand it. First, we should be clear about this. No one is owner of this earth. That is first challenge to every person who claims this is mine. You have no power, you cannot own anything. Yes, you can be honored for purpose of using that item, and this item is today's yours, and it may not be next moment yours. And that's purpose of how to develop it. We are all servants, and even below servants to God. We are not owners anywhere on this earth or in this universe. We have no power even to fly. I don't have wings to fly, and think of that bird that flies. This bird has got wings. I cannot have that much energy that these animals do have. But there is a difference. We have one power specifically God has given to everybody, and that is strength of mind. Strength of accumulation of soul power or spiritual power into our mind, that is a focus of understanding. When we go to schools, only for activation of that mind. When we go to higher education, only for activation of specific knowledge of that mind. And that mind is, you can call it a computer, you can call it whatever by name, doesn't matter. Computer is nothing which mind cannot do, and I think mind can do better than computer. That is also true, because computer is production of mental strength, and mind is not production of computer. That's why we call it artificial knowledge, and What we study with using mind, it is called learned knowledge. Mind learns and mind earns knowledge. Earned knowledge and learned knowledge. Why computer cannot learn anything? It can be programmed, and so it acts it only in that direction, and our mind gets that knowledge every day, every moment. Whatever even we observe, it's programmed. Whatever you think, it's programmed. Whatever you do, it's programmed. So when I say why I am here on earth, I am here to use my mind. And my mind is operated by my soul, by energy of soul. This means it's in my control to some extent and not to full extent. As far as source is concerned, source of soul, it's not in my hands. But it's used in my hands. And it applies to everybody. And that's why I bring this talk of quality and coordination, and this quality and coordination also relates to my soul. First it applies to my soul. If I can make myself good, I can make myself equivalent to, if I want to be, you can say, kind of representative of God, representative of power, then I have to qualify myself for quality and coordination with God. You may say, it's talking a little different. No, not at all. I am talking to my title. I am talking about quality and coordination. I am talking about engineering projects, because these projects are affected if I have good quality and good coordination in my conduct. That's very important. If I am suppose engineer or someone else, I have to be reliable one. If I am engineer, reliable doctor, reliable accountant, reliable officer, reliable worker, reliable political leader, reliable scientist. Everybody should be reliable, and reliable means one who accepts responsibility, one who accepts, yes, I have done it. If I have done wrong, I apologize and I correct it. Or if I have done it good, okay, it's in name of God, I have done it for society, for world. But here, everybody is hungry of some credit. Nobody is accepting, or nobody accepts debit. We all are interested in credit, and we don't know what does it mean. If you say, I have this credit, okay, again I say, it is relative credit, it's not original credit. It's not exponent. You have done nothing for yourself, still you get it. There is nothing in this world that you have done yourself. Even my body in which I am there, this is a production, I can say, of my father and mother. But that is not original. They had no power. Similarly, no one has power. It is all something else. So what we say, we are living in original world, but relatively. Everything is relative. Relative means relation. Everything is related. And when something is related means I am linked to that relation. It may be good or bad. Everybody is linked to someone. And this linking is called coordination. This link, just like it's a hyperlink, HTML, or we can say link this file to that file, link this person to this person. It's coordination. And how good is that link? That is quality. I link myself to God. First of all, let me say, I don't know who my God is. Where does that God sit? I do not know that practically, but internally it is known, because God is not only physical but also chemical, physical, mental, or you can say absolute, infinite. I cannot draw a picture of my God, because if I draw some picture, it's my imagination, it's not fact. Because my thinking says you draw like this, my conception says you draw like this, and I draw that. Whoever does, it's your internal picture of mind that you reflect on paper, and it may be in whatever name. I don't own any name, but you can do that. That's your option. It is a relative name. I say, okay, Shiva, Brahma, Vishnu, or you can say Ram, Krishna, or you can say Satyavadi, Kalika, whatever, or you can say Jesus, Muhammad, Allah. It is all your option. Nothing is absolute, nothing is perfect, because you cannot prove it. No one can prove anything about God in this world. Till now it has not happened. It didn't happen in millions and millions and millions years back. It cannot happen now. That is what is secrecy. God's secrecy is absolute, it is perfect. Even if you get it, you cannot prove it. That is my understanding. That's why I try to explain this elaborately, perfectly, to an extent quality and coordination is concerned. And when we understand this, we can be good person and we can do our job in a better way. I'm not a guru, I'm nothing else except that I want to explain based on my understanding of nature and my capability, whatever small I have in my profession. And because it's my duty to explain to everybody who is a member of this earth. I'm not saying on this country. I'm not exclusively oriented in country. Of course, I belong to this country, but I am member of this world, for which there is no passport. Passport is in your hands, and that you have come to this earth. You cannot go. You cannot go live in this earth without permission, or when you get exit visa. Before that, you cannot go. Even if you commit suicide, you cannot go. That's what I say. We have to be very clear, and that's what I say. What economy I want to explain. Understand economy absolutely, you will not find any problem. If you understand economy in a way you understand, you will always find problem. Accumulation of wealth is not economically based. You can accumulate wealth, but remember, wealth cannot be accumulated, wealth cannot be augmented, and you should know meaning of augmentation to increase your wealth. There is no wealth in this world which you can say it's mine, except your soul. Body is also not your own. Family is not your own. No relation is your own except God. God always you own. God always is your part, which we cannot understand. If we understand that, then we shall be good person, but we all commit crimes all time. 90% people, more than 90% people do not do good they should do. Example is economy. There are many economists in the world, many perfect economics, experts economics, postdoctoral economists. There is a measurement of that. Same way there are very excellent, extremely excellent engineers, extremely excellent doctors, scientists. One example is very clear. Are we fully knowledgeable? Till today it's more than 2 years. It has been more than 2 years. No scientist has proved, no scientist has claimed that one understands what's COVID-19. Is it not a questionable mark? It's not a question. There's no dearth of scientists in whole world. Thousands and thousands of scientists are available. They are always busy in works of research. But despite being digital world, despite being excellently communicative world, there has been no answer to question of COVID-19, no explanation, no elaboration. Every time they say something, scientists speak something and say, no, it has been not peer reviewed, we cannot claim it, we cannot respond to this. Okay, we have time, we take time to test it. This means we are incomplete people. Of course, we have degrees, postdoctoral degrees, many. Some people have many research degrees. I say, what's the function of that, or use of that? If it doesn't give you anything, there's no meaning at all. All right, I'm not against your education. Your education is your honor, your ownership. You enjoy your education, but my point of view is entirely different, and that is, if your education is not useful, this means there has been some problem, there has been some defect in design of your education, or we do not say we know everything. It's my point of view, and I hope you get my point of view. You come to the same page as I am standing, I'm sitting, I'm reading. It depends. I can't say that you that. Just let it put off switch off battery. And it is also unfortunate. At this, I have seen many political issues all over the world. You go to whatever part of world, only you will find rubbish politics, every part of world. There is one physical material, and that is called political seat. We have been made fool by these politicians all over world. It may be USA, England, Canada, America, or you can say Middle East people, African people, or you may say European people, Far East people, and our so-called heaven people. All have been befooled by few politicians of this world. I don't think politicians are more, because maximum 200 countries. So you can say, let us say 100 dominating politicians in one country. Dominating politicians I'm not talking all politicians. This means 200 into 100. How? Not much. It's not much if you compare to population of 8 or 9 billion people. These people have befooled our world. These people have befooled all people of world. Means we have been their fools, their slaves. What they decide, we have to live in. This means political might. Politics is supposed to serve public. Politics is supposed to help people. But it doesn't work. Politics is doing control on people. It's destroying people's freedom in name of democracy, in name of religion, or in name of economy at the end. They say economic. They don't know what is economy. Every country claims economy. I having this GDP, we having so many trillion dollars economy. All, even those people who have got plenty of money, like you can say Gulf countries, GCC we call them. Previously there were so many others. USA used to call itself, and now USA is not that rich as we thought. USA is not that strong country as we used to think. Same way, those who claim sometime we rule our world, they are also hollow vessels. Ultimately they proved they're hollow vessels, and now again somebody is proving that it is hollow vessel. I'm referring to Russia, I'm referring to USA, I'm referring to all these countries who are only hollow vessels. You got my point. They have nothing, they only claim. Yes, they have relative power, again I say. But as far as we do not understand economy, we cannot learn anything. I am not saying you understand subject of economy, but you can say you can understand in essence what is economy. Economy is not money. First of all, let me tell you one thing. Don't keep in mind I am talking of money. I am not going to talk of money, because money does not exist in the world. It is only unit of money that exists, only some notes that exist, and that's not money. That is only exchange value of that, which we create ourselves, nobody else creates. Actually, if you conceive that, if you agree that Earth is a planet and it is a ball, then you can solve problem. I'm not going to teach you this, you know it. From where do we eat? From where we get material? From where we get everything that we depend upon? It comes from earth, it comes from sun, it comes from, you can say, natural materials, natural sources, which give or which result in economical values. If there is no earth contents, if there is no sunlight, if there is no air, no one can exist. That's also true. Why don't we understand this? If suppose there exists no air, we shall not survive. And if there is air, there is no water, we cannot survive. And if there is air, there is water, there is no soil, we cannot survive. And if there is no fire, we cannot survive. If there is no weather, we cannot survive. This means we are absolutely related to natural powers, natural agencies. And our natural agencies have certain system within themselves. They have certain coordinations within themselves. They have certain qualities within themselves. Otherwise, we shall not see, we will not find system works. System has been working. And not now, it has been working. Nobody knows since when. Because how many crores years we are old on this earth? or this earth is old, nobody knows. Only some references we give, so many years and so many years. Nobody can prove it. We cannot prove since this world started. We cannot prove who is God. We cannot prove what we are. We cannot prove. Only we know everyone is just a passenger and nothing else. Our home does not lie on earth. Our earth is like a market. You go sometimes, do something and come back or buy something. It's a field only. You can see you have come to this field to work and you have to go back just like we work in our job. For example, we send workers to site, work there, come back, or we do some business. We say, okay, this is my business. I have to make profit out of this, and that is my work. I'm not against profit, anything, but we should not own anything. We can't own it. And whatever we do here, if I do bad quality, I don't have any credit. If I do good quality, I also don't have any credit. It's my job. If somebody says, see, I am perfect in my job, you are required to be perfect. That's why job is for you. You cannot claim that this I have done. You should be thankful to God that God has given you opportunity to do this job. Even if you're president of a country or prime minister of a country, it's your work, it's your job. You have not done any special job. It's part of your duty. Even if so I am US president, okay, you are lucky, you are blessed by God that you got this position to serve people and not to rule over people. And that is only difference in understanding, I say. Job is job. You can't rule others. Yes, you can rule relatively under rules, not otherwise. You cannot be called honor of that society. If you are in highest position and more higher position and more higher position, this means you have to be more better service provider. No president is honor of any country, just a service provider. No prime minister is honor of any country, just a service provider. Try to understand. Don't be small in mind. Don't be small in mind. Be big in mind. Mind is there, which is your wealth. This wealth is also not permanent. This can be used only till you live on this earth. You have wasted it already. You do not use it. It's still time till you live, use it. And that's my say. If you understand quality of life before understanding quality of works, I take every individual responsible for its own quality and without coordination. If you have no quality, you are not a person, you are not an individual thinker, you are just a body, just we call soil, you are just soil, mitti. We call in our language, mati ke boot. Yes, you are a statue of soil, nothing else. If you don't use your mind as it should be used, you are not doing justice to God because you are not using mind. Analytically, you are using belief in mind rather than logic. Those who don't use logic, they are called duffers. Though they are not duffers originally, they have mind. Everybody has mind. God did justice with everybody to fill in with mind. Now it's up to you. How do you use it? If you want to keep it as it is, I don't want to use it, it's your problem, it's not somebody else's problem, anybody else's problem. Okay, I don't use it, it's my choice. It's just like that there's a glass of water, I want to drink or I don't want to, it's up to me. So you have mind. Never say you don't have mind. You are lazy, you are a coward person, you don't want to ignite yourself in mind, you only ignite yourself in body. Because use of body is very easy if you don't use mind. And that's what I'm saying. Coordination can be done only if you have mind. If you don't have mind, your body is coordinating, your body is working, but you are not working. That's my point of view, which I say. And it applies to everyone. From top to bottom, from bottom to top, and throughout world, not only in one country. Every country thinks of, I am might, I must have this, I have this program, I have that program. You have no program. What do you know what shall happen after 20 years, 10 years, 5 years, tomorrow? Who knows? Nothing. Yes, we can think of exploiting these resources, these sources of earth. And we have done it successfully. You think it's good? We call this day sustainability. Do you know? Have you heard that? Sustainability, sustainable development. It's very good word. Sustainable development. Many people may not know meaning of this, but they read this on newspapers or in journals. So they only talk throughout world. Speak of, you can say economical conferences, speak in, you can say wherever you want to speak this, you'll find that. If there's a pollution related conference, there is something else, greenhouse effect conferences there, or everybody wants to speak in a way to impress others, but nobody does anything. It may be, if you take from one America, Canada to Japan or to other countries, all same, no difference. I don't know what they want. I don't know what they are leading to. They don't want to live qualitatively, they want to live economically. Economically has been isolated, in fact. Economically, everybody thinks if I have economy, I can enjoy life. Yes, you can enjoy life at that point, at pollution point, at disease point, at COVID point. So many COVIDs would come. Don't worry. They are on way. I'm not telling you, I know it. When children are not good, parents don't like them. Of course they are children, they cannot discard them. But they never remain happy with kids because kids are not serious. If kids are not serious, what do parents do? Either they just irritate themselves or they tell themselves to do this and they don't do what they would do. This means they won't be happy with. Yes, it's life, they say. We have to tolerate this. We are tolerating this. They would talk to others bad about their kids, but they will not understand why kids are bad. Kids are bad, children are bad because you gave them more lift, you gave them more luxury. You did not ask them to be responsible. Today generation, and not today, every generation I can say, if you don't give them responsibility in childhood, they can never grow up. Responsibility and struggle are important in life. These are important. If no responsibility, no struggle, you just want to enjoy life at your comfort, then you are nothing, just an animal. If you don't use mind, you use body only, then you are animal. What's the difference between animal and, or if you just observe one dog, what dog does? I don't say dog has no mind, it has very limited mind. I don't say cow doesn't mind, cow is also having very limited mind. Every animal is having a limited mind, every bird is having limited mind, but it is human that has extensive mind. But what's function of that mind? How many percent human use the functional instrument, which is mind, which construction is not known to whole world. Medical science has advanced a lot, but it does not understand really what's mind. Just like we don't understand really what is soul. There are many gurus, many preachers who talk a lot about soul, but they don't understand what soul is. Nobody can claim that I understand soul. Oh, they will tell you so many stories, so many references, all futile, no results. That's what, I'm not saying I know soul. I need not soul. I know I have this soul. I use it through mind. Because mind is controller of soul and soul is controller of mind. Both are reciprocal to each other. And if you work using mind, you can find so many answers to problems. We always say we have this problem. Why problem is there? Because you don't think. Thinking is very important. I always say, never worry about thinking. Even if you think wrong, you can think. A person who commits crime, let us say a dacoit, a robber, a thief, a murderer, you think they do this without thinking? They are better thinker. You see, a thief is a better thinker, a murderer is a better thinker, a criminal is a better thinker, and that's why they are criminals. Criminals use mind, of course it is in other direction, not in constructive direction, but they use mind in negative direction. We call it negative work because they work against society, they work against humanity, but they work. Same way, if you use mind in logical, positive way, in constructive way, we can achieve lot. Purpose of education is that. Whatever education you get, whatever education, purpose of that education is to make this world better for living and better for God, because it is God's world. God's produce something that is delivered to you, and if you cannot even maintain it, then what sort of kids you are, what sort of children you are. If you produce some property and deliver it to your children, and if the children don't maintain it, they dispose it because they want to enjoy life, how shall you feel? You think yourself. I don't want to explain this. You know it very well. How shall you feel it? This means you did not teach responsibility to your kids, and that's why maybe your parent did not teach you responsibility. You should never move in a way crowd moves. You should never move in a way river moves, water moves, air moves. One must have capacity to resist, because you are also having same responsibility as that person has. Maybe someone is prime minister, someone is president. It doesn't matter to me, because you are prime minister here, you are president here. God has given you these blessings. God has given you this benefit of some, I don't know how, but you have come to this position. For what? You have to think. You have to come to this not for name. No. You have come here. It's an opportunity for you to make this world better. Not to just you have your name better, because your name is not your name. If I am Suraj, I say I am Suraj. This doesn't mean I am Suraj. It's only a name. My father liked it. He gave me this name. My mother liked it. She gave me this name, and that's it. Nothing else. My capacity, my respect depends on how I do. What I have learned. If say I passed engineering, then I should know what engineering is, and I should apply it. It's not that I have this certificate which I show every day. That is only for reference. It doesn't claim that I am that. Because one should be clear when you talk in public. You cannot hide anything. If I am, say, I address you or I relate to you, I submit my knowledge to you for your use, I am in public. I am not private. When I do engineering, I am in public. It's not that only these what you call them film stars or cricketers. It's for everyone. Yes, maybe my audience may be 1 person, 2 person. They may be having millions. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. If I have so many million followers, what shall I do? Follow. If you have something that mind requires to use it, nobody will follow you. If you have something that popularize yourself, okay, there's no end to that. You cannot solve problem of anybody. Of course, you can accumulate problems. That is true. When we call politics, let's go to politics sometimes. But what is politics? How can you define politics? Is it only to get seat, or to come to governance, or to rule some country? No, that is not politics. That's a job, just a job. Politics is to serve this world. I am not in politics, I say. I am not a member of any party, but I am in politics of my own. I am politician of my own. What is politics ultimately? How you lead yourself towards society, towards world, towards nature, and how do you live your life to help others, and how do you dispose your duty that you have been given by that power whom you do not know. It's not that I should be leader. Everybody is leader. Every engineer is leader. Every doctor is leader. Every professional leader. Every worker's leader, first of all, we have to lead ourselves. Everyone is required to lead self. How many of us do that? If I have to lead myself, I am my leader. My mind leads me, my soul leads me. That's why I say I'm leader. But when I become, much more powerful, in that case, I lead others also who lead themselves. I help them lead themselves. That's my leadership. If I have say 20 workers with me, I have to lead them. If I have say 1,000, I have to lead them. And if I am a political leader, then I have to lead my rule area. It doesn't mean I am honor. I have to understand their problems and solve them. To an extent, it is possible. That is politics. It doesn't mean I am ruler. I don't know why people don't understand. Everybody wants to show big. For what? For what you want to show big? Are you big really? You are not big. You are in delusion, illusion. You are living in a world of mirage. You are living in a world of horizon, which neither mirage exists nor horizon exists. That's imagination. You are living in non-physical world. It's not easy to live there as well. That's what I say. I require to establish quality and coordination permanently. These are only ways to do work rightly, clearly. Though this file is not having the contents of talk I am making, but these are roots of this. And sometimes I think differently and intuition comes to my mind about this. Quality engineering and coordination engineering. Let us be zero at one point. Why don't I start with zero every time? Why I think I am this? I am not. Even if I have something, even if I have some cadre, even if I have some position, it's only for some time. Just like my life is for some time. Maybe I don't know how many years more I have to live. Nobody knows. But it is not infinite. It's not unlimited. There have been many, many big people in this universe who lived for thousands of years. They also had to go. So I don't exist there permanently. Why should I think of my collection, my gathering, my storing money, material, all this? First of all, it's not yours. Even if you honor, it's not yours. You are a user, like you book a ticket in train and use for 24 hours or 48 hours. That berth. Not more than that. You fly, you have a seat, you travel for maximum 24 hours. Even if you want to go to America from Delhi. It's not more than that. So is my life. Why I should be permanent here? There's no question of thinking permanent. But that journey which I make, which I do, should be quality one. And that's what I'm saying. Quality coordination in works, in life. Now what's happening? You pay your money to buy some material and you think you expect some quality performance from that item, from that material. But if you don't get that performance, how do you feel? You have to think that way. We say we are moving very fast. Yes, we are moving very fast, but is it really necessary to move fast? That is my proposition. Is fast movement is required? Tell me. Why not? Why not you have stable movement? Why fast movement? Why slow movement? Did you ever think if suppose the solar system changes its speed, what shall happen? How many of us can think that way? Today we say Earth is revolving. Earth is revolving on its own and it is revolving around Sun, and we call this orbital motion. Say today, if this motion speed changes, according to my calculation, Earth is moving around 1800 km per hour on its own axis, which we do not feel. We say, okay, it's day and night, we can say, right? Day and night. And we also know that Earth is moving around Sun in orbital motion at a speed of about 1,25,000 kilometers per hour, let us say. Shall you believe it? I am saying Earth moves around Sun at a speed of 125,000 kilometers each hour. Can you believe it? You will not even believe it. How it is possible? 1.25 lakhs kilometers per hour. But it is happening. It's happening. Every planet moves around Sun. You can't stop it. It can never increase. It won't say, okay, I am now going to change my speed. If suppose it happens, then if Earth says I'm changing my speed, I want to move very fast. I want to move 3,000 km per hour, or I want to move 4,000 km per hour. What shall happen to you? Keep thinking. If you think you can get some answer, if you don't think you can get an answer, don't worry about what is your education, because education is only relative. It only says you increase the power of your mind and use these subjects as program in your mind, software program. And whatever you feed in, good or bad, you shall work accordingly. My only objective of this small specific talk is that change your mindset. I'm not living for politics. I'm not living for non-politics. I am living for my life. I want to go one day, everybody has to go. But what is your contribution towards making this world better? That is your examination, nothing else. You don't worry, everything is being recorded. Everything is on file. Your good work, bad work, whatever you consider, your thoughts, your negligence, and whatever your desires, your criminal actions, your good actions, all are on record. Here you are with people. Here you are with relatives. Here with your so-called leaders. Only on earth. No one is going to help you there when your files open. Your files open and tell what you have done. That you have to face yourself. Your wife won't help, your kids won't help, your parent won't help. No one shall help you. Forget leaders. They can never help you. Therefore, keep yourself with leaders but in isolation. Do not worship them, whoever it is. People used to call Indira Gandhi also. Indra is India and India is Indra. This is nonsense. You are not country, you are not continent, you are not world. But you start thinking that way because of your foolishness. I call those people foolish, mindless, futile mind, those who conduct like this. Because you are not honor. You be lucky that you got this opportunity. But you are no difference between you and those criminals in past, in history. Just like you can say, those kings who used to call them, oh, worship me. I am your God. There are so many examples in history. Worship me, I am this. And it's not only in one religion, every religion is. That's why I say, you are nothing. Everyone knows it. You are nothing. I am nothing. I have to enjoy my life by doing something, and that's it. Now I am talking to you through this medium. I have been opportuned. I have been given opportunity. God has done some coordination, exclusive coordination, that I should have this opportunity. So there is laptop, there is computer, there is Facebook, there are internets, and many companies. This is not single-handed opportunity. If suppose this medium is not available, how can I talk to you? Then I have to come to you to talk to you. That's all. Or you have to come to me to talk to me. That's another way. But here, of course, I cannot meet you. I cannot meet anyone physically, but message is going good or bad. Somebody likes it, somebody does not like it. Internet is full of information. If you want to search anything, you can find it. If you want to search some knowledge, you can immediately get in minutes or seconds. But question is that knowledge quality related or quality one, or maybe it is rubbish? That you have to decide. I try to search information. Sometimes I find good information, sometimes I find just useless information. Information is a part, information is a power that moves through your coordination network. Now, whether it resembles quality or it does not resemble, that you have to decide, and you can decide only when you know about that, something you know about that. And that is logic that works in your mind, not illogic. Your mind tells you what is that. If it's up to your mind and up to you how you train your mind. I don't say heart because there is no heart in the universe. Heart is physical. That is physical functional. It functions. But as we say, think by heart. How can you think by heart? How can you do by? Yes, we can wholeheartedly. I am calling. Well, that is nothing but whole. Consciously, I am calling. It's called heart is a parallel name, or you can say another name of your power of soul. Nothing else. It's concentration or potential of soul that you call heart. It is not biological heart. You have to be little clear. Because when we talk of heart, this means you enter into world of emotions. Heart means motion of blood. Heart means emotions. Heart means liquid motion. And you say, I work by heart. Never say that. What I meant to say, never concentrate that I am working wholeheartedly, because heart cannot work except physically. It's your mind. If you enter your mind, you may find you are wrong. You are not actually what you thought of. Because mind checks, audits, does everything what you have done. Your mind is your innovator as well as your examiner. And in fact, it is God's representative. So if you want to get something, enter your mind. Don't enter into your soul. Soul is potential. Soul is useful. But you have to use soul through mind, not through conscious. That is what I say, quality. A person who uses mind is a quality person. And if a person who uses only conscious or so-called heart, that person cannot successfully do anything. I cannot say that. Your family life is based on emotions. It's not based on logics. It's not based on mind. And that's what you have certain points wrong and certain points right. In family, you never apply your mind because you are tied up, you are linked using your soul, your emotions. And remember, emotions remain within family. And if you use emotions outside your family, you shall meet people who cheat you. It happens. Oh, I did it. I thought this person is in need of my service. And that doesn't happen. It happens rarely. So that is what I say. If you want to develop quality, you have to use troubling mind. And use of mind is not easy. It's very difficult. For that you need knowledge, or you have to get knowledge. That's why you go to some other people, tell me this is my problem, solution, can you suggest me something? We go there or not? We go. Because we are afraid to use mind. 98% people are afraid to use mind. They use mind only to certain extent, say 4%, 5%, 10%. I don't say mind is not used. Even for physical living, mind is used. You have to bring up your family, use some mind, but not whole. And that's why a kid, very small child, has mind, but that child is not potential enough to exploit it. So gradually one studies, and when you reach a status, say you study school, you live and you enter college, you have different set of mind if you compare it to when you are in primary school or in middle classes, you had setup, and now you have different setup. And when you qualify that examination, you go to some field of work, you have developed another level of mind. And if you compare to previous level, you'll find lot difference. And once you have got, say, when you start engineering, means you just qualified engineering or medical science, and when you compare it after practice of 20 years, you shall say, I learned nothing in that university. What I learned in field, if you use mind. And in profession, emotion doesn't work, remember. In profession, in whatever profession, emotions never give you success. Except in political profession, because that is different profession. There you are not giving anything to this world, you are not producing anything, you are only interested in seat. Politics seat is a fire, because there is no education required for that. There is no mind required for that. If you can befool people in name of democracy, then you can be in seat. Otherwise, somebody else will be there in seat. But best person is that who thinks for people, really thinks, not showingly. And I like that person, but unfortunately, there is no one. In Gulf, there were some people who used to think for Gulf or in Middle East. According to my understanding, there were some leaders, but later on they were also thrown, because everybody wants to enjoy life without giving any contribution of knowledge. For example, scientists, what they do when they work in science, it's okay, but when they connect science to money, we are nowhere. A scientist who develops, who innovates, who gives something for development of society, I like that scientist. For example, someone innovated electrical current, innovated radio, innovated our devices we use today. That person was a person like God. To some extent, that person did something. If there is no electric power today, we can't live. If there is no gadgets today, we can't live. Those persons were representative of gods. In fact, God might have helped them to do this. But those people who just want to enjoy life without doing anything, these scientists were not behind money. They were behind development. But today, generally, maybe some exceptions are there. Everybody wants to get fruit. Everybody wants to get name. Everybody wants to be celebrity. Everybody wants to be politician, leader politician. Nobody wants to serve anyone, and it's for all. I'm not saying particularly anybody. Of course, I use the internet. I am on many sites like Facebook, like others, and I get criticism also, because sometimes you have to speak facts. Maybe I understand facts better than you, or maybe you understand better than me. It happens. It depends on your concentration. If I concentrate or keep a watch on something and you just read sometimes, there's a difference. When I keep a watch on something in a sequence, I understand that better than you, although I'm not in that field, but it's experience. But you start criticizing me why I'm doing this, and that's nonsense. Okay, you write your way, I don't mind that. But don't attack on me. Why you attack on me? I'm doing my job. It's my duty to tell people if I know it. As a citizen of this country, as a citizen of this world. What's your problem? I don't understand. If you want to touch shoe of someone, you touch. Nobody stops you. But don't expect me to do that. It's my logic, what I think. I have a bad habit that I always think. Yes, it is. Since my childhood, you can say, when it was not my age to think, I used to think. Because I can't accept fake work. I can't accept bad quality behavior. That is my weakness, you may say, or my richness, you may say, whatever you call it. Because it's not my property. A single drop of water is not my property. It's not your property. Those people who waste water, I hate them. Those people who pollute air, I hate them. Those people who drive car enjoyingly, I hate them. Though I have driven a lot car, I have driven at a speed of 160 km per hour. It doesn't matter I can't drive car. It doesn't matter I can't do. Matter is what is right. I don't want to enjoy life just for sake of enjoying. Yes, if I get some good enjoyment during my work, it's okay. I enjoy work. I enjoy thinking. I enjoy innovation. I enjoy how to make life better. Not to be famous. What I get even if I am famous, what shall I get? Nothing. I am famous here, okay. Only 1 billion people or 8 billion people. I think I am hero here. No, you are not hero. People think you are hero, but you are not hero. When God says you are hero, then you are hero. If today India says, oh, such a person, such a great person, let them say, who bothers? Who bothers? Tell me. What is your status? There is important. Because there you are alone. Nobody will be there. You are alone and you have to respond. And that's why I say, even if you are head of a country, you have to be very careful. Your job is not killing others. Your job is not harming whole world. And whole world is also responsible for this. Every country is responsible for this. This earth is not your ownership. No one is owner on this earth. No one. You are not owner even for a glass of water. It's God's blessing that you have water. It's God's blessing that you have sun. It's God's blessing that you have food, you have crop, you have fertilizer. It's God's blessing that you have your body. But everybody is busy in business, in making money from top to bottom. Where shall you go? Nowhere. You have to go there. No court shall help you there. No water shall help you there. You have to help yourself. God shall welcome you if you are good. You have good job done. Come on, you have done very good. Excellently, I give you award. Or if you go, automatically you throw you out, get off here. You think those who killed people, they are happy? You think so? You are mistaken. Even you were whatever you were, billionaire, trillionaire, leader, this leader, that leader, you will be shunted out from there. Maybe for hundreds of years, many hundreds of years. There have been people who did crime, who killed people, who looted people. They are qualified neither for hell nor for heaven. And they have been isolated from system itself and gone. The soul is not liberated. Your soul is not a part. Your dirty, impurity, interrupt. Whoever you are, doesn't matter. And that's why I try to tell people, do not think that this word is absolute. You have only one right here, and that is do good job. And that's why I elected this subject of quality and coordination. Quality engineering and coordination engineering. It's very important. If you do this, I think you would meet God very soon. And that is important point here. If you want to be a part of God, you have to do quality work and you have to do coordination, because quality cannot be achieved without doing coordination. That point I understand. But people don't understand. There was system, there was quality, there was coordination. Okay, if you refer to series, you believe in, say, religion, believe it, no problem. Can you show me any serial where coordination is not shown? Coordination not by director, no. Coordination of story. You might have seen some serial where God is sitting, where God, let us Shiva, Brahma, Vishnu, Jiva, whoever is in very religion. They know from remote what's happening, right or not. Maybe it is fictitious. I don't say it is physical. But you see that. Oh, Shiva came to know, Vishnu came to know what's happening there on earth. What's happening? Sitting there, you don't know how many kilometers from here, they know what's happening in your home. What is that? You will say, oh, this is television or this is that. No, this is coordination. They used to do coordinate with each other. Same way you have to do coordination. Coordination is not communication, communication is a part of coordination. Coordination means you have to get information, at required time. How you get it, that is your choice, your business, your focus. So I always say quality engineering and coordination engineering. I am saying engineering doesn't mean engineering subject. First of all, you understand that. It's not engineering subject. Engineering has two meaning. One is subject or profession and one is verb related. I am saying verb related. And you know what verb is? Verb is what you have to act is called verb. So you say, I want to go. Go is verb there. Because you are indicating a function. So here, engineer is a function. It's a verb. It's not field of profession. Quality engineering, quality function. Coordination engineering, coordination function. And this is what I have to sit on and talk every day, because if you change yourself towards this, you will find your life different. If, say, today every manufacturer produces good quality work, good quality product, how shall you feel if you buy some product and it doesn't work to your requirements, to your expectation? What you would say? You know this. If you do some job and it doesn't happen, some obstruction comes in. Why that obstruction comes in? It is because you missed some coordination. If there is no good coordination, you cannot move smoothly. And in engineering, coordination is very important. In life, coordination is very important. Say you celebrate some marriage. How many coordinations you have to do, don't you know? Maybe you don't realize that is coordination, but it is coordination. You have to arrange so many materials, you have to arrange so many people, you have to arrange, means there are so many events, you can say, just like we say events management. People conduct event management. And if one event is missed, it disturbs everything. It is replanned or it is delayed, you call it. Same happens in profession. And I am interested in that, not in your marriage event. That is your event. My event is, my focus is whole world. My focus is whole world and not my country alone. My country I call it because I am born here, I belong to this country, but my real country is world. Whole world is mine, whole universe is mine. I use sun, so sun is mine. I use air is mine. I use stars are mine. And I use God. I say I use God, yes. God uses me, but because God uses me, I use God also. Can you use God? Are you capable to use God? That's my proposition to you. You may be afraid to speak that, but I am not afraid because I have representation of God. When I say something, don't think that I am saying it is God that is saying. I am not saying that this is my property, but everybody's property. You remember when Lakshman in Ramayana, though I don't believe in Ramayana, okay, but reference is there. Lakshman asked Ram, people say that you are God. Might have seen this in serial. Maybe it is imaginary, I do not know. Lakshman asked Ram, people say that you are God, you are inside, you have God inside. You know what Ram said? Ram responded, yes, Lakshman, that is true. Lakshman was shocked. Oh, yes, but Lakshman, don't worry. You too have God in you. He equated that, Ram neutralized that. No excitement. God resides in everybody. It's up to you how you use that God. That's what I'm saying. I use God. What's wrong with that? I use God. God wants that. You use me. And that's why you are here. That is why I am here. I have to use God. That is my discovery that God is in me. I mean to say, for me it is my discovery. I don't want to go to any temple or mosque or any other place of worship to get God. Okay, I can go for some purpose, that is different. It doesn't mean that is exclusive purpose. I go there just to sit for 5-10 minutes or see people, or just to have some kind of isolation that I cannot have in world. when you are in society. So for that purpose, that is okay, but it doesn't mean that that is exclusive purpose. That is not exclusive purpose. God is always in my mind, in my soul, and that is real duty, and that is real. You can call it dharma. What is dharma? Duty is dharma, nothing else. There is no name of dharma, no name of religion. It is all adopted names, all derived names. There is no religion. There is no religion in this universe. There is no religion because it is fake. Well, I'm not going to criticize a religion because people feel it. But fact remains that we are slaves to religion. If you liberate yourself, you come out of religion mindset. You liberate yourself because your leader resides in you. I don't follow, I respect all religions, again I say. I never say that I don't believe in God, but not in a way you believe in. You don't believe in God, you believe in weakness actually. I can call that. Religion is a weakness that I can claim. Because I don't want to be bound by dictates of others. Either prove it. I have only one question. Can you prove it? I have this question to everybody, every scholar, every top leader of dharma. Can you prove it? And if you cannot prove it, don't send wrong messages. What I see, what I use, that is my power. I use universe, I use agencies of universe, I use this body in which I am living, and that is what I accept. I don't accept fictitious stories. I don't accept delusion and illusion based worship methods. I don't accept anything as such. You keep on accepting, that is your liberty. That is your prerogative. You do it whatever you want. I don't want to be slaves to Pandits and Brahmins and all those who don't have any logic to do something but they claim. I have to respect world. I have to respect universe. That is my duty. But not through, you can say, imagination. Through my soul. My soul tells me what is fact. As I don't say these don't exist. You believe, but logic must be there. Don't call it faith. There is faith, one faith, and that you are a body, you are a soul, nothing else. It's a fact that there is a universe, there is no faith. Your faith is only for delusion, not for reality. If you don't use logic, you don't use mind, your faith is useless. If your faith tells, don't use logic, don't use mind. Because mind is a fact, logic is a fact. And logic is also related. I'm not saying it's basic. It is scientific, it is engineered, it proves, it explains. If you don't have explanation of some point and you say, no, I believe it, believe it. I can't stop you from believing, but it should be real. It should be qualitative. It should be well coordinated. If you believe blindly, believe it. It's your choice. I can't help it. But because I am from a field where facts are more important. Engineering is a field. Without facts, we cannot do anything. Material is a fact. Agencies of nature are facts. Workers are facts. Machines are facts. Requirements are facts. Tell me one thing that's not facts. But in different world that you call faithful world, faith-based world, there is only imaginations, only beliefs and delusion and nothing else. A kind of fear is created among devotees. If you don't do, this shall happen to you, right or wrong. I am surprised sometimes. People don't use mind. They use faith, much more important than next moment. They know they have to die, still they believe in wrongs. We fear only when we go to funeral ground or cremation ground or to graveyard. Oh, life is nothing. It has to happen one day. I will also go. But it is only for a few moments. When you just leave that function, leave the ceremony of cremation, you come out and you start joining your fictitious world again. Knowing that you live one day, but you join again same fictitious world. That's what you can say. It is a part of physical life, not logical life. And quality doesn't work in faith. Logic doesn't work in faith. Mindset doesn't work. It's a set of mind, you may say that. That you have consolidated in your mind. Yes, I have to believe in this. Then you have to believe in that. Nobody can stop it. Say, I believe, oh, Hanuman was so powerful, he did that. You believe it. If Hanuman could do that time, today also it can be done. But it can't be done. Why can't you do today? It can't be done. That's what I say. Procedures of universe cannot change. These are constant. Since this solar system, let us say solar system, forget whole universe. Since this solar system was established, it has not changed. It has not changed. Earth can never reach sun, and sun can never reach earth. Effects can reach. Can earth touch sun? Can Mars touch sun? No. These would never touch, because these are based on quality and coordination. It is real coordination that these planets work within solar system. This is coordination. Can you understand this? Can you understand system that engineer God did, that scientist God did? I call scientists, engineers, professors, all these unnamed gods, unseen gods. I can't see them physically, but I feel they are here in me. Why I can't feel that? Why should I run away from that statement? I have God in me, I can say. If Ram can say, I can also say. What's wrong with that? I accept this fact. Otherwise, I can't do anything. Somebody says you are intelligent, you are brilliant, someone, okay? Why do you say brilliant? Because you find a difference in mind knowledge. You don't have that. Or you also have that knowledge. You can say a person knows nothing and say, oh, you are not intelligent. That person is also intelligent. Don't say that. But because that person could not develop mind, you had a chance to develop. That person can develop now. What's the problem then? It doesn't mean that that person is weak and you are strong. What happens these days? Some people say, oh, I am intelligent, I got so many percentage of marks, that's why I am intelligent. And other person, that person had no food, how could you say that that person could study? I am one of them. I am proof of that. I failed, I could not study well. If I check my record, I have been very bad student. Can you believe it? Very, very bad student, who are not even in a capacity, economical capacity, to go to school, to pass examination. I had no time to study because I had to do some work. I did not know how I got admission, how I could pass school, how I got admission, I got pass diploma and degrees. It's all happened because somebody helped me, that's it. But for knowledge purpose, I had to move myself. Somebody could help me to go to college. My father helped me or somebody helped me. But I was not in a position to do myself. This doesn't mean I can't think. I say, if you face a struggle in life, you can make a better person. If you have responsibility cannot be given to a fool. Until fool is well trained. Responsibility cannot be disposed of by stupid, unless stupid is serious. People want positions, want power. Can you give power to them if it is your power? How can I accept a person who doesn't have responsibility, who doesn't know what to do, who doesn't tell what can I do? If somebody comes to me, say I'm responsible for recruitment, suppose, and somebody comes to me, I want this, apply this position for. Okay, you apply this. It's you have to decide can you apply this or not, depending on criteria of selection. If you fulfill that, then it's my duty to examine you. And that examination is called interview or written test, whatever you say. And if you can't answer my questions, which I have put in criteria, then how can I accept you? If I accept you, then I damage myself. That's all. Or if I can give some concessions to you, subject to a condition that you can improve, and if you can improve, fine, you are acceptable, and if you cannot improve, you are not acceptable. That is so simple. So it's a job given to us in this life. Everybody is job oriented. Why I come here? Just to fight, to kill others is my job. If I say, oh, I'll kill you, listen to me. Now what's doing? Russia is killing Ukraine, America killed Iraq, America killed Libya, Korea fight with Korea. We say you are my enemy, I am your enemy. What enemy? Who is whose enemy? No one is anybody's enemy. All are part of this world. I am my own enemy, no one is my enemy. But the mindset is changed because we want to show to our people I am powerful. You have no power. I have seen Indira Gandhi being punished by God. Did you see that? I saw that. I could access that scenario. So many other peoples were punished. Because you have done some crimes, you will be punished. I am not politician and I am in politics. That's not politician. I am in politics to improve this world. That's my politics. Through engineering or without engineering. I have intention to help others, not for sake of money, but for doing some job during this journey that I am in. I am not a guru. I don't want to be. What guru? Nothing. Useless people who could not do something, who could not do anything in life, they make guru. So what is guru? If you are so guru, why don't you develop yourself first? Why are you in jails? This means you are not guru. It was public foolishness that made you guru. Same thing, politicians, you do not know anything about politics. Tell me which country knows politics, which leader knows politics. Those countries also developed by scientists, by engineers, not by politicians. They only abuse power. And because those people who come to politics, they are shameless. It may be America or England or whoever or ourselves. They are shameless people and they make people emotional. And once you are emotional, you are gone. Politics means you create emotions among people and you can come to power. And that is emotional based powers, not logic based powers. If we use logic, none of these politicians will survive. That's fact of life. Every country does it, not our country. I'm not just inclined to my country. Even many countries which were not in politics orientation in past now have come to politics. And they will spoil themselves. Examples are Gulf countries. Examples are African countries. Therefore, so much politics has come now. This means their disintegration time has started. Because they did not struggle to get money. Of course, they struggled past. Once they had oil, they changed their conduct. They became rich and now they are so rich that they want to get more and more and more and politicize everything. And when politics come to your mind, you spoil your conduct. If politics is for construction, it is very nice. And then I cannot call it politics. I would say it's will, a plan. Only those can plan who have got mind, who have got vision. Very few visionaries were there in past also, and there is no visionary now. Even if you take to whom you call superpower comparatively, it is USA. What they are? Nothing. They failed by COVID. Every country failed due to COVID. Where is power then? Where is that power gone? America used to call itself best health center. England called best health center. Where are those health centers? Tell me, where are they? This means these are all fiction, all useless statements. Now, where is quality? Where is coordination? Well, I think I've taken enough time today. I don't know how, I did not plan this way, but it has happened. You know what I say, sometimes it happens. I do. I was actually, my battery was down, so I just went to put on switch of this battery. It's already 5:10 in morning, 5:15, and I don't know really, and this is what I'm telling you. What happens this way? Well, sorry gentlemen, if you mind my statement, my talk. Sometime I don't make any script. Generally, I don't write anything. Just keep on talking. Because of my experience and my I keep observing world, and you can say that's my habit. I'm not getting. I won't get any money. I know, but getting money is different aspect of life. You can get money, and I don't want money because my only requirement is food and good living, and that's all. I don't want to be rich man, and I don't have any attempt towards that. First, my basics is that's my title, and that is quality engineering and coordination engineering, which I'm inclined to. Even if you don't want to listen, it's up to you. I don't want to be celebrity, and I'm not. If I say, if you see this projection on the screen, fixed quality in Bharat, India, come what may. Fixed quality in Bharat, India, come what may. No excuse for concessions. Work's quality cannot be compromised, and therefore we do not intend to compromise just in name of fragile existing quality system, compliance, formality, and excuse. And this is very important statement that I am making here. Work's quality cannot be compromised. First of all, we have to decide quality ourselves. This is first pin. That decision rests in your hand, to what level of quality you require, because you cannot require quality everywhere. You have to fix it according to your limits, and once you fix that limit, you can control that, and you can only within that limit. And that's what I say, relative quality. Relative quality means you should have that quality achieved, and if you are not able to achieve, you have to find why it is not achieved. If you comply with quality, you have capacity to find that. And once you find that I can see as problem, then you can say fine, you can get it. And that's very important part lies in work quality cannot be compromised. This means within that limit you have to see, you have to define, and therefore you don't intend to compromise just in the name of systems that I'm talking is quality system. Actually, quality system is not something that is specific one. Everybody knows it nowadays. Previously it's not formally known, but your system still today is there. This formally it is just like you can say quality system as 9001 or Sigma or somewhere. Whatever is that? That is just system derived and designed by ourselves. It's not something original also. It's a formality has been done, and that formality has failed in doing good job. It has failed in the sense that it does not claim that this system delivers quality product, and if something states in itself that this is not guarantee, there's no guarantee that this system delivers you quality product, then what for you are there? I don't understand. What for is that system? That's why I say if I buy a product, every company, generally all companies are qualitatively certified. Small company, medium company, or large international companies, all are having certifications. But those certificates are meaningless if these people cannot give you quality product. And there are so many examples I have faced. You have faced in life, must be facing somewhere, that you curse yourself, I buy this product, I paid money, everything, and just in name of guarantee they use, in the warranty period they loot, and then you see they charge AMC, lot of money in that, and there's no check on them. And there is no check on them, means there is no politics existing in that way. If I buy a product and price is increased just because company wants it, or just because AMC price is increased because that company doesn't accept or anything, and you are bound to accept that because you have no parallel arrangement, and there is no control on that from state. It's duty of state to control it, state or central government or what you can say. There should be everybody. You can see there are so many authorities sitting here and there everywhere in our country and other countries as well. Particularly if you take example of our country, there's no control on price, there's no control on anything, and they call that they are administrators, they are government people. There's no meaning of it. All I can say, they are not doing their duty. That's all I can say. They say we don't want inspector. I'm not saying you do inspector, right? But there should be some regulation that you every day you find, go to market, find some price rise. Yesterday I went to buy something, again prices rose. You want to buy something, price rose. AMC price rose. See, there is a price rise, say a few percentage, for example 1%, 2% due to certain reasons. I agree that. But they raise prices of 40%, 45%, 50%, 30%. It's a question mark. How can, what's your basis? And they want answer. Because it's in their control. They know this person cannot go anywhere else. They do it. I still do this. I had medical claims, insurance. Last year, I got it through, the Star, not Star, what do you call it? I forget its name. This is Gurgaon oriented company. I got that. It was, well, anyway, it was Madi, the core of, what do you call it? And now I changed that. In fact, what I'm saying, I changed that. I forgot also because you never use medical that way. I never used it. Just it was for formality purpose. I got it. And every day I'm getting messages from them, unfortunately. You did not renew, you did not renew. And I don't want to renew because they are looters. And I don't want to be played by looters, and that is my weakness. Why? Because you are looter, I don't respect you. Get lost. And that is, I think, it is there. Yes, it is care. This is care, yes. It is care health, of course, care health. This was valid, till 11th, my policy expired on 26th 11th 2021. This was for 1 year, and its service provider was Care Health. Every day I wrote to them because when question of renewal came, I checked on website and got message is due. Previously I paid them 28,000 last year when I was sick. I had no medical claim. I tried with Star Health, but they did not give it email issue. Later on I went to these people. These people gave me one insurance in 2020, and it was for 1 year. I had paid them 28,000, I remember. And this time when time came for renewal, I was shocked to see that price had gone up to 43,000 in place of 28,000. I am a senior citizen. I don't have family, so it is my single person policy. Now they ask you to pay in place of 28,000, 43,000. You know how many percent increase? 28 to 43, 15 increase. 15 out of 28. This means more than 50%. What is excuse? Oh, this is COVID time, COVID-19. There are so many issues. We will provide this, we will provide it. I was very angry with them. In fact, I wrote many times to them. I want without COVID policy. They did not accept anything. I say, okay, if you can't do it, I forget you. I will cancel the policy. And I cancelled it. I did not write I'm not cancelling it, but I got another policy that is from Star Health. Why I'm saying is because of reference. These people still sending me messages every second day. Still I'm getting messages. Your policy has gone, your policy expired, we give same benefit as well. You could just pay money. What does it mean to tell me? First of all, you did not give anything. Okay, it's medical claim, I agree. If I am sick, I'm in hospital, I'll be paid. But in name of COVID-19, you just raise your prices. What was the reason? What was the reason? They didn't explain to me. I asked me, this is an agreement. This was an agreement between you and me. You are service provider and I am your customer. I pay you, so I am party 1. You are giving service, you are party 2. When there is an agreement, it is based on both sides, both parties agreed. Now you did not ask me anything. You raised price, you did not ask me anything. Why did you raise price in first instance? If you had to raise, you had to accept, you had to write to me for my consent. And if you don't do that, means you are an arbitrator yourself. You decided yourself that I am your servant. I am not your servant, you are my servant. You are service provider. You have to serve me. I am paying you, I am your owner. It's up to me if I accept or not. But you decided yourself, okay, decide yourself, get lost, I don't care for you. Why? You keep on writing, I won't respond. Because you wanted, in name of COVID-19, to exploit people. On what basis? I say, I don't want COVID benefit. You give me a different benefit. But you say, no, I will give you this. They gave a list of 68 items. I don't bother it. It's you are converting COVID into business. First of all, COVID has been very serious. First of all, you will not get admission anywhere, no seats. And what will you do at that time if I don't get admission? You are only service provider. You shall feel happy, okay. There is no claim because this person is not getting admission into hospital. Then where is claim then? Okay, let me die, don't worry about me. Give me non-COVID insurance. They didn't accept this fact. This means you are only interested in money, not in service. I'm just trying to explain to you how it's happening. This is one example. Another example is RO, Reverse Osmosis AquaGuard, Europhobes. I have that item for long. They serve. Every 2 years I get that. Last time, 2 years back, I got it for 7,200, 500 something AMC for 2 years. This time they have become big boss. Oh yes, I went to their website and see what they are doing. 9,700 you have to pay. You increase your, yes, and service has gone down in fact. If the service of AquaGuard, Europhobes, is at least 50 to 70% down, quality has gone down. They had seriousness before, but now they have got big business, they have lost seriousness, and what is the excuse? COVID, lockdown is excuse. How this excuse for you? Is water service not covered within essential services? What this nonsense is? You say, oh, government says don't send your representatives. Shut up, bloody fool, you don't talk to me like this. What is government to tell you? Should I not take water? Government can say that. Nonsense. Government and nonsense. You don't blame government for this. If government says that, I'll challenge government on this account. It is your avarice, your greed that you act this way. Who are you to increase price? They don't answer. Sorry, you tolerate with us this and that. I'm not here for your sorry. I pay you and you have to give me service. So I did not accept that 10,000. Okay, I am under compulsion. I have to move currently. So what I did, I just checked it for 1 year. I'll see what to do. And I got, when that vendor came, his representative came, every customer is complaining. They say, okay, we don't want your service. We'll take filtered water, we'll take this water, that. That's another issue. The point is, why did you increase? What has happened that you increase? Nothing happened. Lockdown is just an excuse. COVID is just an excuse. Because in name of COVID, they want to make money. And because they are involved with somewhere with political party, to be very frank, every such person, directly or indirectly involved with such political parties, and there's a protection, there's an umbrella of political parties onto them. This fact cannot be denied. They may donate to political parties, this happens, and they don't want to get benefit. Political eyes are closed. There's no political leader in this country now. I cannot call anybody political leader. They are just the self-oriented leaders. They just want to survive. They don't care for you. In name of 5 kilogram rice, they can be full public. It's a very fact of life. Your values, voters' values, 5 kilogram wheat, which may be rubbish wheat, 125 rupees per month they can give you, and value of a farmer is just 500 rupees for each month. This is political fact in this country. And you see, America, they give so many, more than $14 to $1,800 per month. That is difference of value. You say we are poor country. No, we are not poor country. We have poor leadership, poor political leadership, and that's what I can say. I'm just giving an example what's happening. Every shopkeeper increases prices. Every shopkeeper. I used to get some item for birds, and I've been doing it for many years. It was 120 per kilogram few years back. Then it rose to 140 kilogram. And then again it rose to 160 per kilogram. And now, yesterday I went to 180 rupees per kilogram. What is basis? No basis. Oil prices increased. Refined oil has been more costlier. Oh bloody hell, what's happening? What's the reason behind that? No reason. This is market. Every reason is COVID-19. If you see these biscuits, Parle-G, small biscuits, you see size of biscuit has changed, its weight has changed. Means they have every way to come with you. And it is happening because there is no check. There is no government department which can check it. Everybody is in drug of Modi's name. Everybody is in narcotism. Let it happen in the name of God. It shall happen because this problem, that. What problem? I don't understand any problem. If my money goes to some business, I don't like it. If it goes to poor, I agree. If price is, oil price is raised, whatever is raised, it's not government item. It's private item. It is industrialist who is selling biscuit. It is industrialist, Aquaguard, Honor. Everyone is industrialist. Why should I pay to industries for no reason? Okay, you get your profit, I agree. You get basic fund, I agree. But on what basis? Just in name of excuse of this COVID-19? You are making business. Certainly COVID would come, certainly. I claim today, COVID will stay there for 8 years more to come or 7 years more to come. And my prediction can never go wrong. You have to face this problem, and it is happening. Delta came, Omicron came, and now Delta Cron has come. You have to face it because you are careless people. Just in name of faith, you are befooled. And that is lack of quality in your thinking. You have to check. Checking is your job. Inspection is your job. Why don't you check? I am not slave to any political party. First of all, I don't like any political party. Believe me. Accept me. I hate these political parties. But because it has become like a system, that is a compulsion. In our constitution, there is no requirement of any political party. Go to read constitution. Our constitution does not mandate a political party. In our country, election of prime minister is not conducted. It is not mandated. There is no provision of election of a prime minister or election of a chief minister. It is all delusion. All delusion in name of politics and nothing else. And people have been directed towards that. Oh, you have to see who is chief minister, who would be chief minister. You have to see who will be prime minister. Why should I see that? I should not see that. This means we have lost quality in our voting system. We have lost quality of election. This is not qualitative election at all. We don't see quality of a person who shall represent me. We have to see that quality. That's important. Who shall work for me? That is important. I don't care for who shall be prime minister, who shall be chief minister. I care for who shall be my representative. And we don't think for that. That's unfortunate. Well, just this a reference, just like reference of item, I consider political product because they are products, they are saleable. Every MP, every MLA, every minister, they are all saleable. They are products. They are not products for helping people, serving people. They can even demand votes in name of our army personnel. What else to say? They can demand votes in 5 kilogram grains distribution, which is their duty. They can ask votes in name of vaccines, which is everyone's duty. Everywhere it's free. But they specifically say, oh, we are giving you. And that is, I can say, septic politics. What should I say? You are my service provider. Even if you are prime minister or you are president, you are my service provider. I am giving you salary as a voter. I am giving you salary to your post. But you do not. You have tried to become master on me. This is not acceptable. And that's why I say we have to accept this fact. We have to change scenario in name of quality. We have to conduct quality politics. We have to conduct quality election. But this is not happening, not at all. And that's what I'm saying. But I'm inclined to talk because it's life engineering. Without this, we cannot work anything. And we have to remove these red lines. We have to remove these lights. And that's a very important point. I come back to coordination. It's too much now. Let me go to coordination. And quality of concrete. And concrete also there is. That is about mineral filler, methane blue, value for fine aggregate, because I was talking about coordination, engineering and projects, public and engineers, and this is very important for reliable quality engineering, works deliveries, coordination engineering is a must, a professional engineering note for all, and here I tried to involve for deliberation purpose certain projects. You can see I wrote some coordination issue based on this. You can see the cover of a book. That book was written and published in 1996. It was related to how to conduct site works in those days when there were no digital world, there were no computers, and it's all done and how to do. But it is, you can say, long back now. In 96 was publication, so 4 and 20 to 25 years back. Now it's changed. World has changed. Computer has come. And we have become digital to some extent and physical to some extent. But that is not end of story. And how to coordinate? I would say, first of all, that engineering community is responsible for coordination as far as development works are concerned. But it is unfortunate to say that engineering community does not do its duty very well. I am blaming it. Because I have seen that coordination has failed in engineering. Everybody has become a specialist engineer. Specialist in what sense, I don't know, but everybody claims that I am planning engineer, I am site engineer, I am design engineer, I am quantity engineer. Specialization has actually eroded generalization. Engineering is generalization. When somebody passes Bachelor of Engineering, it is general, they say. But even mastery is general, I would say. Even master degree or doctor, that's also general. Nothing special in that, because there is no mastery in field. A professor who passed degrees, postdoctoral degrees or doctoral degrees, that passes based on some thesis and some theory. So it can't be said that's linked to practical world. So there's we can say quality deficiency here. Our education is not well designed till now. There's fault of I would say all political leaders whosoever, because those leaders don't come from engineering background, and we should not forget that without engineering no development can be done. Same way, without medical science health cannot be maintained. These both sciences, engineering sciences and medical sciences, are root sciences which make some country. As we used to say, America is very good, England is very good in health sciences, but COVID has exposed every country, and that is where it's indirect lesson to the whole world. I think God wants to teach everybody that don't think you are big, your solutions, you have to come to me ultimately. And still today they are saying this is reason and that reason, despite they don't know any reason about COVID, and God has not given this opportunity to them till now. Why it has come, what is that? One day that may tell, God would tell sometime, but for that it should be that state until we bring down our egos, bring down our mindsets. I know everything. I am professor, I'm this university, I'm professor, listen to me, I'm saying, but I cannot prove it. That state is no good. So what we say in this, what do we engineers think over issues, as mentioned, and that is coordination quality. We have to consider whether it's a must or it's not a must. Every project coordination is a must. We have to think about this, contemplate that, collaborate, and we have to, you can say, deliberate on that. And this question is to be answered by community, and quality and coordination answers by community and engineers as well as. That's why I put question, mark of explanation on that. Few questions to be answered by community, quality and coordination. And what questions are this? Questions, why do we engineers think over issues? Why do engineers think over issues mentioned? What do you think about that? And how many of us do conduct works about quality and coordination engineering? It's not right time to contemplate and deliberate on this subject. It's the right time, I think, because it's going to drop. Every year quality is dropped in. When those projects were called world prestigious projects, do not perform to that level. Can good industrial practice be achieved? That's a question mark. We have to achieve good industrial practice, that's missing. Without moving through quality and coordination, we cannot get that. If you don't understand quality system and quality and coordination, can engineering designs be reliably carried out without involving quality and coordination? This one. I give an example, very simple example, which it may happen with everybody. You all get certain service, and these days, writing is very limited. Do that. Writing is very limited in commerce and business. People don't want to write, don't want to take responsibility. Even if you complain something to customer service of whatever company, you should get automated response first of all. That's very common now, you know all well. Automatic response will get through mails, and there's no reply mail, no use. You have given, say you write mail to someone, you write whatever message. Then somebody calls you after some time, okay, what's your problem? You have given everything in writing, this is my problem. They will again ask you, what's your problem? Okay, you tell that one. Okay, this and that, they will ask so many questions, and then, okay, we have written, we will take action on that. All of you think that, okay, it's done, it shall happen. Maybe after 2 hours again you get a call. That's why another operative, another clerk of computer. I got this mail message, what's the problem? My God, what's this? I told you, other guy, I don't know who you are, but okay, no, tell me, we'll take care of. Okay, you again tell that person. Okay, fine, it's gone. You think, okay, all right, this person will take care. Again you get call after maybe next day. Oh, we got this mail, did anything happen? Did something happen? No, they investigate you, they examine you rather than doing job. Rather than acting on what you complained for, that person asks you, what has been done? What we have done for you? Is it not ridiculous, you think so? I complained, you had to take action on that. Now you are asking me, has it been resolved? Who has to resolve it? Your company has to resolve it, but you are asking, complainant itself, has it been resolved? It's my duty to tell you. That's what I'm saying. No coordination exists. We are living in a digital world where coordination is absent. So it is not a world. It's just septic tank. I should say digital world is electronic septic tank. You know septic tank very well. Now maybe septic tank doesn't exist anywhere, but still name is there. Septic tank. That is sewage tank, it is digital tank, where information is available, but it is very difficult to unearth that information. By chance, if you get, you are lucky, or you get wrong information, there is no guarantee that would be right information. For that you have to use your mind, you have to use your knowledge to test it. Otherwise, you can be misled. And that's what I'm saying. Is it not right time to contemplate and deliberate on this subject? In the subtext, I'm challenging, and that's what in the subtext I refer to. That customer service is also a part of industrial practice, and this is practice that they do not know each other what one is doing or other is not doing. If say they call me, they should record in file. We called customers, and this is what we discussed. That doesn't happen. That's why other person calls. If you write that one in file, that it has affected, we have taken action, why shall other person call it? This means you only talk and you don't do anything after that. Is it not wastage of time? It is wastage of time of yourself and wastage of time myself. Both are wasting time. Again means it happens many times. Oh, and I also point another, okay, your service is attended, for example. Somebody attended your service. There is a code, code would come to you. They call it pass code or service code, whatever name you can give anything. Satisfaction code, you may say. Okay, you give code also. After they will ask you, they'll send SMS to you, mail to you. Oh, you on this complaint number is solved, and you have to give your feedback on this site. I don't understand really. Your service was only for 10 minutes or 15 minutes or maximum half an hour. Now you want for this small service for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, half an hour, but I have to appreciate you. Did you do it free? I have to appreciate you. Okay, we do it, okay, no problem. We go to the site and write something or number 1, number 2, 3. But why is this? You are charging money, you charge money, I paid to you, you did service. You have to decide it is good or bad. You investigate yourself. When I call you back again, and what is frequency of that period? It is very small period or very large period. If I call you back again for same problem, say after 10 days, 15 days, this means your service is not reliable. Or if I don't call for 1 year, we can say, okay, it is better. You can't check yourself. Why you depend upon me? It's a standard practice, You don't understand yourself. Can't use your mind. Is there no analytical person in working? You're not employing any person who can analyze you. This is a question mark. And it's not only in private sector, in government sector also. Every day they publish news about COVID-19. Do you know that? I don't know how many people have seen on websites. Every day I see this report from Government of India about COVID-19. They only give some information every day. I have not seen any analysis published by Government of India based on that information, which is duty of government, but they never publish. They only show some data and that's it. They don't explain what does it mean, how it is going to work, how it shall impact society. They don't write anything on that. Whose duty is this? I have been following up for about more than, or you can say, I think it is 31st August 2020. I remember the date. Since then, I have been following it up. I was following it a little early also, but because I was in some period between, I was involved in some accident. But in fact, I have every day I have to find some time to record that data from that site, and based on that data, I analyze it in a format, Excel format, and then I publish it. I'm not saying I'm doing any obligation to anyone, but it is duty of data provider to at least explain. Same you find from newspapers, Indian Express, Times of India or others. They give some information every day, taking information from that website. So many cases have, today less case, tomorrow, we have this week very. They don't give you complete information. When I read many times my comments, how do you say that? You don't have any analysis. Do analysis first. What I mean say, you just want to provide some useless information to people. You don't even know what is the status of that. Do you know what has happened till now? I tell you, it is more than 2 years. We did not test people thoroughly. We did not test even 100. I don't think even around 55% people have been tested. Maximum, that double, including double test. Maximum 55% people have been tested. 45% people still today have not been tested. And you say we have wonders. Where's wonders? That's what I'm saying. We have to be a little serious, and we have to be logical and not, not just illogical. I'm just trying to show these pictures, these you can say for your reference, just to see, because I want to go to text of this again, and that's very important one, because sometimes we forget, we don't forget. You have to go there and see. Now these texts are very important. I'll because today I think it's Sunday, I should talk some different way, because nobody is listening, and when you get up, if you want to see this, you may have some different information. And I also yesterday spent some time on videos of election results, which is this time really ridiculous to say that. Well, that's different chapter. Now I'm going to coordination. Yes, it's there. It's that coordination engineering is a must on every project, and there can be no second opinion about this. We have to coordination engineering, which doesn't exist in theory. There is no coordination engineering subject anywhere. It should be there, but because there is no such syllabus about coordination, and it can't be there because those professors who write books or who design this syllabus, they don't consult with professionals. They only decide themselves, and they think they are experts. Okay, they can decide. It doesn't make any problem to me. It's their job. They don't understand coordination. That's why they don't include that subject. Coordination engineering is not a subject. That's why I say it's experience, it is requirement, but it's not a subject. So coordination cannot be understood by those who have not studied it, and they have to experience coordination in field first. Only then they can do a little on this. So I say coordination engineering is a must on every project. So when you are on project, you can work on project only when you have passed engineering. So in projects we say there is an issue of design, issue of construction, and between design and construction there are various stages. And before designs also there are various stages. During construction also there are various stages, and during sandwich period between this designs and construction, there are also many stages, which we have explained many times that. But what I say is controls, designs, construction and controls are absolutely interrelated requirements for achieving successful results, for completion of a project, which must be applicable throughout project stages. Don't think what's written, I'm not reading that, I'm just thinking, reading. I'm taking points only, because writing and speaking are different, but easily, it's not necessary what's written, you have to speak that. So it's very common. Writing is a skill, while speaking is habit, or you can say it's a fluence question. So I can read also, no problem, but in reading, maybe I wrote something, I missed something, that's why. For example, I don't speak the, the, I never use that, it's waste time for nothing. Designs, constructions and controls are very absolutely interrelated required sections for achieving from successful start to completion of a project, which all must be applicable throughout project stages with all works be smoothly effective. Now, what does it mean? Though it's a paragraph only, I have to understand everything comes in this, that I'm saying from successful start to the completion of a project. And what is project? First of all, we have to understand, many times explained, and you know all what's project by definition. But do you understand meaning of project and operation? One is project and one is, you can say, operation, that you can say industry or whatever, operation or occupation. Both apply. Operations apply to those where there's a plants erected, or some industry installed, or some operating unit which give some deliveries of products. Those are called, units or plants or operation areas. When we talk of project, we talk of something under construction or under development, which has got two dates. One date is called date of start and other date is date of completion. And this state between date of start and date of completion is called period of duration or duration. Duration of this project construction, and also this is called project. And once construction is over and it comes into, after its maintenance, it comes into operation, it has got no title as such project. It's called operation area, operation unit or industry or whatever you can say. Status of project is over. That is the meaning of that. Very important point. Projects, this which I say project is never permanent, but its use is permanent. Its processing is permanent if it's industry or it's a process plant or whatever it is. This means what I say is engineering produces projects, completions, and then it is used forever or for life of that project, that industry. This also means that it is engineering job that works for production and its use is forever or for defined period. Say you have some product, it's consumable product, it is not project, it is daily production and we consume it. But if you construct a house, there is a physically construction period, and once it is constructed successfully and occupied, then project state has gone. That is what meaning of project is. So simple meaning I defined. We have to accept this fact and then only we can differentiate between projects cannot be called permanent, and therefore no one can say that I have been on projects, I am on project and shall be on some other project after some time. This means project is definite planning. Every project has got some duration of designs, some duration of construction, and that's why it can be planned because there is end of this. But when something is not a project but operation, in that case this is not, that can be called annual planning or annual area, annual order, not a permanent planning. That is different world. I'm talking world of project where which means development is development areas or development units, those can be delivered according to requirement. So that's what I'm saying here. This project importance. You complete a project and you are a successful engineer. If you don't complete project in time and within budget, you are not successful engineer. And engineer is generally used in projects, while engineers are used in operations also, but those are maintenance or operation engineers. Like it happens in power plants, it happens in industries, it happens where continuous production is an objective of that. So we can differentiate between project and industry. You can say project versus industry, project versus plants, and project versus powerhouses, project versus airport maintenance, or whatever it is. It applies to everyone. Now say these sections or stages are initial conceptual designs, as we discussed, designing for works execution purposes, procedure, implementation, about how to chart out construction of design project works, project construction works, currency decision, and works carrying out testing, completion, and commissioning and launching use of project. When project title terminates, renaming title operation or occupation in place of project. This is self-explanatory. I don't think there's any problem. This that initial design, conceptual design, and then design for execution purpose. This is the paragraph telling. First is conceptual design, means we have to just dream what we want to do. Then it is works design, works execution, what actually we want to do on that works design. And then what is procedure that we have to adopt on doing that, implementation of what type of construction do we want and how to construct that design one. And then we say we deal with construction works period or currency decision. How many days, how many months this has to be done in. And then of course we have to carry out tests, what we have done tests for that, completion, commissioning and launching about that project. And when project is finished, construction is finished, testing is finished, you can remove name of project from that, and name of unit or authority or operation area can be fixed on that. Designs may be considered over safe or optimum. That's what we have to see. Sometimes it is safe design, sometimes it's over safe design, optimum design. It depends on what type of project it is. If it's ordinary project, then we can say, okay, we can take safety, requirement safety. And when it is much more required, then we can say we have to provide some over safety, more factor of safety. For example, if you have to construct some hospital or some airport or some service that can be considered essential, there you will take over safe design so that people can escape. And this doesn't fail. That's what it is. What's the requirement behind? We say design may be considered over safe or optimum, but real construction involves actual expenses, and we have to keep in mind contract time, we have to keep in mind financial liabilities, as well as buildings, professional reputation, which must be cared of sincerely by both stakeholders, as such owner and engineer, designer at this stage. It should be a certain motto and objective of an organization to apply good controls on project so as to keep in line on schedule, planning in line on schedule, planning being an actual part of controls. Control includes progress, cost, escalation, time, budget, quality, requirement, assurance, coordination, engineering, as well as total engineering and safety, risk, etc. All these can be taken up. I give some time here, 5 minutes. I give some time. It's better to read it till I be back from my some roof work. I'll be back in a couple of minutes, and you can enjoy that time. I think it's better, right? You can enjoy that time. I'll be back. I think you have gone through this. It's easy. It's not difficult at all. I'll take up this again, and this is only, I said it's not difficult. Let's blow it again and speak about that. So what I said, that designs may be considered oversafe or optimum, but real construction involves actual expenses, contract time, financial liabilities, and buildings, professional reputation, which all must be cared of sincerely by both stakeholders. As such, owner and engineer, designer at this stage. At this stage, for purpose of project, there are only two. One is owner and one is designer that have to decide about what to do. It is the responsibility of designer to look into requirements that it shouldn't be unnecessarily expensive, as well as we should not save money at expense of its durability, its safety. And owner has to think about long-term life of this project and not just because you have to make money. This is what I say. At this time there is no other stakeholder, there is no contractor available, and there is no other stakeholder who can expect benefit immediately. So this is very responsible stage for professional, at least who is designer or engineer or whosoever. That is really responsible work. And we can say control includes progress, cost escalation, time, budget, quality requirement, assurance, coordination engineering, as well as total engineering and safety risk covering and delays, recoveries. These are all integrated divisions which should move in unison to achieve project delivery targets. So control includes progress, cost escalation, all these. I can start. It's work at this stage. We got this, and it should happen. Control includes progress, that progress of design and work. It includes cost. It includes cost escalation, time, budget. Time, cost, and quality. These are three requirements mainly for some project, but there are more requirements as well. So here is control, which is must and which are in many stages. We have to consider project progress, construction progress, design progress, whatever. We have to consider cost, which is very important. In lump sum contracts, cost can escalate, and we have to keep in mind why, on what basis does it escalate, why I cannot avoid it. And then we have to consider time also, what time it takes and what budget we should have, and what is budget expectation in future, how many percent escalation would give, and of course what is level of quality requirement we have included in, that is to be taken care of. We cannot write redundant quality as well, which may not be required for this project, and that quality may be in construction or in designs. Both are considered. And then coordination engineering, that we have to consider at this time. It's a design time, what level of coordination is required. We have to consider all these factors conveniently, and we should not be fast in this coordination engineering, which is a part of total engineering, and we have to consider total engineering, in which coordination has to be included at every step. And then we have to consider safety, risks coverings, and delays recoveries. Every project has chances where safety is of utmost importance and risks are to be considered based on hazard analysis, commercial hazards, financial hazards, or some other hazards coverings. And also we have to consider delays and then relevant recoveries, because in delays means escalation in cost related to cost of material, related to time, and of course adverse impact on budget. So this one sentence is very important, and this also says that in next line we have to integrate divisions. All these divisions, if we have, we should move in unison to achieve project delivery target. If we move without that, it won't mean anything. These are all integrated divisions which should move in unison to achieve project delivery target. A well-designed project could be jeopardized, we should not forget. We design very well, we can say. We design very well, but it shall be jeopardized during its construction phase. From budget review point, should it not be due required control application properly. And that is very important point we have to keep in mind all time. You have to keep that point in time. You have to keep it in mind all the time. Without organizing with full intensities, keeping eagle eyes on project and construction controls, no project can be delivered in time on fixed budget. Really, it's very important point we have to think of. You say, if you don't organize, and we cannot organize if we don't understand. And if we don't understand means we cannot do anything. This means we have to analyze project. And analysis means we have to keep total scope of project. Scope of project is very important criteria on contracts and in projects. What is project scope? From work execution viewpoint, what is the scope of design? That we have to keep in mind. And we have to design according to scope of project. Sometimes contracts may be, bifurcated. Then contractor has to design, has to think on about its scope of work, while engineer has to think of how many scopes categories have to be created. Sometimes it is also accepted that I cannot give whole project to one person, one contractor. I want different contractors for different specializations. This can happen. Then we have to decide different categories of scope of works. And we have to be very strict on that, because there can be overlapping requirements, there can be interdisciplinary requirements. If you don't keep that in time, if you don't concentrate on them during deciding scopes, this can cause problems in future. This can cause coordination problems, encroachment problems, or other problems among various scope of works. That point is very important, and for that, organization is required. Full, intense organization. We have to focus on each scope, and we have to decide intensively, with concentration, is it worth to keep separate scope or to merge same in main contract? Because if you have to waste time in coordination only with other parties, it has no meaning. It would impact on project, and also it would impact on both contracting parties. It shall result in loss of time, and it shall result in quality as well. So what I say, organization, how to organize, all we should know. It is a kind of technical come miscellaneous types of administration requirement. And if it leads us to problems at saving of nothing, then this idea is futile. It should give better performance. In that case, it can be accepted. Otherwise, it's no use. So here it's very small sentence, but organizing word has changed entire meaning. If you have to understand what you have to do, it shall help in execution of work. What intention of a designer or an owner should be that contractor should not find many problems, because contractor doesn't mean contractor is a profit making. Forget that. Contractor works for owner, so owner has to establish better relations with contractor in interest of job. And if you don't have knowledge of that, your engineer should be there to explain everything, where we can find obstructions, we can find bottlenecks, we can find, you can say, red lights. We have to be very serious about that issue, and that's what I say. Without organizing with full intensities, keeping eagle eyes on project and construction controls, no project can be delivered in time and fixed budget. And when say in time and fixed budget, this indicates that project is of lump sum fixed price nature, which price cannot be changed during contract period or even after signing contract. It cannot be changed at any cost, except certain emergencies or certain calamities or certain, you can say, unexpected events, or in past we should call force majeure. That point also we have to keep in our consideration before taking actions on that. It's mandatory, it's practical, and we have to get that point in mind. I also go to another file, and that is concrete methane. Concrete is very important material, and for clay purpose, methylene blue value for fine aggregate and mineral filler. What it says, research and field experience have shown that fines free of clay and other harmful materials can be non-detrimental, which we can use in concrete. And this is very important point we have to understand. Methylene below value is technical term for fine aggregate and mineral fiber. Research and field experience have shown that fines free from clay or free of clay is harmful, we know it's mineral, and other harmful materials can be non-detrimental and even beneficial for concrete properties. This can be. Test methods for rapid determination of methylene blue value for fine aggregate and mineral filler was being developed in those days, and research and development has proved to be used to qualify new minerals, though it's approved. I'm just going to give meaning of that. Methylene blue test has been shown to be an effective indicator. That is, methylene blue test has been shown to be an effective indicator of amount and type of clay present in aggregate, amount and type of clay present in aggregate, and can therefore help to distinguish between harmful and beneficial fines. That scientist also says that methyl blue test method contained in this number does not involve titration and visual assessments typically associated with such testing, and can be performed in field in about 10 minutes. 10 minutes only. This point we have to keep in mind. Once it has been approved, proposed standards enable use of wide range of sands and limestone fillers in concrete, while also ensuring that these aggregates are of high quality soil. This will prevent waste of non-detrimental fines which must currently be washed out of sand indiscriminately. Result in more sustainable use of limited aggregate resources. So this is the only page I completed. I keep it back now and we say that. Then we are talking about this concrete issue. We had gone somewhere in this, I think. Which page it was? Course agreed for concrete. Source rule, it's okay. Delivery handling. I think it's somewhere here. First mill template, I still not done. So let us go back to water, and before water we have to finish this. This cementitious material, so it's also important here. So I think we've gone through this page, right? I think we've gone through this page. This is potential activity. We have gone through this page. Now fine aggregate. Yes, we have gone through this page. Fine aggregate for concrete and mortar. Fine, you know what is fine aggregate generally for concrete, sand or dust. We have dust means rock, stone, dust. Fine aggregate consists of natural clean sand. We have studied that last time also. I just repeat because we have to continue that one, and from here only as methylene blue test issue came, and we have gone up to this useful blocks coarse aggregate, and coarse aggregate for concrete, and coarse aggregate I think we did not go. Let's go. This is coarse aggregate is granular material. We all know coarse aggregate is granular material and may be natural, or it may be manufactured or recycled, or a combination of both. It is free from deleterious matter and conforming to requirements of physical and chemical properties as minimum requirements and subject to engineer's acceptance. For important aggregate, there will be some standards published, and for other types of concrete mixes and subject to engineer's acceptance, coarse aggregate comply with this standards. Nominal maximum size of coarse aggregate not lesser than nominal maximum size of coarse aggregate shall not be larger than 1/5 narrowest dimension between side of forms, nor 1/3 depth of slab, not 1/3 depth of slab. So it is 1/5 of narrowest dimension between sides of forms, and 1/3 depth of slab, 3/4 3 for minimum clearance space between individual reinforcing bar and wires, bundles of bars, individual tendons, bundled tendons or ducts. These limitations shall not apply if, in judgment of licensed design professional, workability and methods of consolidations are such that concrete can be placed without honeycombs or wires. As requested by engineer, contractor shall mechanically wash aggregates to remove salts and other impurities in order to meet requirements specified. This was coarse aggregate. Combined aggregate, we have to talk of. Combined aggregate, material passing through 0.063 mmcu shall not exceed 3%, 0.063 mm shall not exceed 3% of combined aggregate by weight. Combined aggregate gradation used in work shall be as specified except when otherwise approved or directed by engineer. Changes in approved gradation shall not be made during progress of works unless approved by or directed by engineer. Washing and processing. Where aggregates have been washed shortly before delivery to site, or if stockpiles have been sprayed to cool them, simple samples of aggregate shall be taken frequently to determine correct amount of water. So we can say wash. Okay, washing is done. Where aggregates have been washed shortly before the site, stockpiles have been sprayed to cool them. Samples of aggregate shall be taken frequently to determine correct amount of water to add to mix lightweight aggregates. I've discussed this also before, just refreshing it. We discussed this also. Lightweight aggregate are those having particle densities not exceeding 2 tons per meter cube or 2000 kg per meter cube, and loose bulk density not to exceed 1200 kg per meter cube. Lightweight aggregates include natural aggregate, aggregate manufactured from natural materials and or by product of industrial processes, and some recycled aggregate. Lightweight aggregate shall be in accordance with this coarse recycled aggregate. Excavation waste, you can say excavation waste, there can be something in that. Coarse recycled aggregate, that's RA, and coarse recycled concrete aggregate shall meet with requirements of that table, which will look into that. Now we have to be very serious about this issue. We have gone through coarse aggregates, and now it's 3% was like absorption, water absorption aggregate should not be more than 3% for structural concrete and 4% for non-structural concrete. Kind of input is there for addition. So we have to be very serious about this nowadays for structural concrete. We have to see what to do, and for designated concrete maximum, what you have to do, you have to see this point. But you have taken a study of qualitative analysis today, we will continue, otherwise we shall take this way. Also we have to continue this coordination quality issues very frequently, every time. These red lines that we have to understand what these are. It's not just in one time explanation, it's over. But to keep an eye on everything is not very difficult. In fact, it's easy. And we have to consider this title again and again. And I think it may help. It may help those who are seeking help. It may not help those who are not seeking help. It's impactful, it's good, I can say. It's impactful, it's good. It's already some time we have to close it today. And I think maybe it's slow today, but I am able to explain something to my colleagues, to my public members. It's better to do something in this regard. It's not, means you have to, again I remind that you can use this email, you can note that down, this Suraj_engineer, Suraj SURAJ_engineer at yahoo.co.uk. You can use this email if you wish to write. And here is what I say, it's my certification, and these files have same meaning, and we have to be very serious about this issue. And in this case, I did not open that file, could not open the file because of shortage of time. I don't want to increase time of this videos because I know people don't want to look at many hours. 3 hours I think is more than requirement. But what to do? It's the work, it's time to do it. I think it's the time to close. Thank you very much. We'll meet again.